you go. Plenty of change there.
Cheers, mate. How did you do?
Oh, I did a couple of hours, you know.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Oh, not too bad. Still a bit sore, though.
When will they know if the op's been...
About 6 weeks, unless nature tells us.
What do you mean?
Well, if Sue gets pregnant, the hospital says we could nearly try right away, yeah.
Yeah, well, good luck, mate.
Oh, yeah, and you too.
Yeah, well, I won't have to wait 6 weeks. I should know tomorrow. Oh, listen, Tess, can I ask you a favour?
Well, if it's about changing shifts.
No, it's nothing like that. Could you speak up for us in court?
What could I say? I mean, I wasn't there, was I?
Well, if Frank doesn't come back soon, I'm going to need somebody, and my solicitor says I need a character witness.
Oh, well, I'm glad to do it. Mind you, I don't know what I can say.
Say I'm honest, hard-working, wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yeah. Mind you, you won't need me, will you, if Frank gets back?
There's hope, I suppose.
Yeah.
Listen, Tess, if things don't go all right, then it's up to you. You know about the cab if you get someone in.
Oh, well, there's no need for that.
If I get a conviction, you're going to need somebody permanent.
Well, let's face that when we get to it, eh?
Oh, cheers, mate. Oh, it's just stupid, you know. I'm in this mess just because I care for my family. Being had up in court just for looking after them.
That's a stupid system, isn't it?
Oh, you can say that again. There's one good thing about all this, though. It's made me appreciate just what I have got. Every minute I'm with Josie and the kids.
It's the same with me and Sue. Now we're back together again.
Hey, you'll be really happy if the op's gone all right, won't you?
Oh, certainly will, yeah.
You want to celebrate? Take you out for a meal or something.
What about Danny, though?
Oh, no problem. Look, Josie will babysit.
She wouldn't mind.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be glad to help out.
All right, Josie.
Oh, yeah. Haven't seen you for a bit.
Yeah, been busy, haven't I, eh?
Sit down.
Oh, cheers, nice one. Yeah, been doing me Florence Nightingale with Sinbad, haven't I, eh?
Oh, has he been poorly?
What, you joking, are you? Oh, it's in me head, it's in me chest, Jim. Get us a hot water bottle, will you? Flu. Gonna turn to bronchitis, so he says.
I can't imagine Sinbad being poorly.
Oh, well, yeah. Even wanted homemade soup.
Did he get it?
You are joking, are you? No chance. He's the one that cooks in our house, not me. Been back to takeaways since I've been in charge.
I bet. You want tea?
Oh, yeah, cheers. Hey, I'll tell you something, Jose. They say that you don't know someone until you start living with them. It's been a bit of a relief in being stuck in bed, I can tell you.
So you can keep him in order?
So as he can't keep me in order, more like. Talk about house proud.
Sinbad?
Well, yeah. So now he's got all these little boxes stuck under the bed with labels on, you know. He's got one for his socks, one for his underpants, one for his T-shirt. And even if you're only having fish and chips from the chippy, you've got to get a plate, you know, and a knife and fork.
I wish he'd give Leo a few lessons.
Anyway, my nursing skills, they've done the trick. He should be back at work next week.
Mind you, it's been a bit of relief him not coming. Saved me a bit of money.
You what? I thought you were rolling in it with that stall of yours.
Remember, anything we get off Marcia's. And business has been a bit slack since Easter.
No problem. Listen, that is what I've come to see you about.
Don't tell me you want to buy 3 dozen party bags. I didn't know you knew any children.
Listen, Jose, what is the first rule in business? I ask you that. Go on, what is the first rule, eh? Diversify. Now, look, yeah. Cop for a load of these. They are, what you reckon, eh?
Oh, they're lovely,
Aren't they just say now, if you think so, all the other mothers are going to think so, aren't they? So I got cakes, these, Jose.
I can see that.
Listen, I have got half a dozen boxes out in the van. How many shall I put you down for, eh?
I don't know.
Now, come on. I'm offering you these as stock, aren't I? This is one chance you can't afford to miss, Jose. I'll be back in a tick.
Margaret, what is a kitchen?
Room with a sink in it.
Exactly. It's the hub of the home. It's a workplace.
Suppose everyone's got to eat.
Every day. Now, is there a single day when we don't use the kitchen?
Suppose not.
That's why we need a decent one. Not one where the drawers get stuck and the cupboard doors keep coming off.
Yeah, but Max, most people do it the other way around. Most people order the new units before they take the old ones out.
Strike whilst the iron's hot. Act whilst the spirit's willing.
You know, my dad did this once. He ripped out our toilet while Mum was in hospital having our Janet. We all had to ask the neighbours every time we wanted to go.
You can be too cautious, you know. That was my father's problem. Lived in the same house all his life.
At least it meant you could use your own toilet.
Never changed his job. Never went for promotion.
Maybe you could have done with taking a leaf out of his book from what you were saying.
Yes, you might be right.
Look at that. Look at the workmanship on that, Josie. You'll have to go a long way before you find goods of that quality again, I'm telling you.
Where did these come from, Jimmy?
Ask no questions, you'll be told no lies. Yeah, look, it's all up to the minute gear. They sell like hotcakes, I'm telling you.
I'm not really into selling clothes.
Oh, Josie, I thought you were supposed to be the big businesswoman. I thought that stall of yours was doing really well.
It is.
Yeah, well, you want it to keep on doing well, don't you?
Of course I do.
Yeah, well then, if you had clothes on the stall, then the people who came to see your party packs would see the clothes, wouldn't they? And the people who see the clothes would see your party packs. Josie, you'd win both ways, I'm telling you, love.
I know that.
So go on, what's stopping you? Look, I'm offering these to you at very reasonable rates, aren't I?
It's a question of cash, isn't it? I haven't got any. How about leaving them with me and I'll pay you later?
Oh, sorry, no can do.
But I could pay you as soon as I sold them.
Josie, it is cash with orders. That's me terms, love.
I thought you'd gone to work.
I'm doing it. What's all this, lad?
Just some things Jimmy was showing me.
Where's it all come from, Jim? Back of a lorry?
Oh, Mick, would I?
Hope it's nothing to do with you, Jose.
Of course not. I was only looking. Is Harry not back yet?
Yeah, I'm just going.
Don't be late back.
I'm going to earn as much as I can while I can.
I'd like us to have a bit of an evening.
Well, it was the night that I came back about. How would you fancy doing Terry and Sue a favour?
You know I will.
Babysitting so they can go celebrate us up.
Not tonight. I'm taking the kids to Luz so we can have some time to ourselves.
I promised them, Jose.
Well, you had no right to promise.
I'm working anyway.
Well, we could have had some time on our own after you come back.
Look, we've got to help Terry out.
This might be our last chance.
Look, you go over to Terry's and I'll see you there later.
This is not what I came back for, to lose you again. Being on my own is not what I want. How could you be so stupid to get us into this? Hiya.
Didn't expect you back so early.
No, well, there was nothing much doing, so I did the old sick husband routine. Must get back, see how my Terry is.
Well, Terry's fine, and he's taking it out.
When? You sure you're up to it?
Tonight. No need for you to go shopping. We're eating out.
Oh, I can't go out tonight. I'm washing my hair.
Oh, you know where the bathroom is?
I've got nothing to wear, and what about a babysitter?
You got loads of gear in the wardrobe, and I've got Josie.
What?
She's going to babysit.
When she doesn't mind?
No, of course she doesn't mind, so you're going to look forward to this or what?
I'm looking forward to it.
We have got something to celebrate, haven't we?
Let's hope so.
Well, the hospital was really optimistic.
They've been brilliant, you know. Don't let anyone knock the national health to me ever again.
Stupid, isn't it? I should have done it sooner. I mean, after all, it was a simple op.
Yeah, we had a few things to sort out, though, first, didn't we?
Yeah, well, I had to be able to face it, didn't I?
We both had to be able to face it. I mean, for a bit, when we got back together again, it was easy to bury our heads in the sand.
Well, all that's behind us now. Let's look to the future.
Yeah. We don't forget, though, do you?
No, you don't forget. We've both done things we'd rather forget about, eh?
Yeah, and we've done things worth remembering, too. Like staying together.
Yeah.
Learning to talk to each other. Funny how hard that is.
That was the hardest part, wasn't it? Learning to talk again.
Might still have to, you know, if the op doesn't work.
It's got to.
Oh, I'm sure it will. We deserve it after all we've been through. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is even if it doesn't work...
We've got each other.
Yeah. Funny, isn't it, how you realise things? Something you've heard loads of times, but you've never really understood.
Such as?
Just something my mum used to say. You can't forget, but you can forgive.
Did you have to kick off in front of him?
I'm so worried.
What, and I'm not? You think I like it like this?
I'm sorry.
Things are bad enough without that.
But I'm so worried.
You know what? It starts off with just one thing. Something you don't even think about, you just do it, protecting your kids. And then suddenly there's all these people, police, lawyers, telling you what you should think, telling you why you did it.
I know why you did it.
You know what you did was right, and you can't stand it when they say it was wrong.
You did do right, Nick.
That's why I want to stand up there tomorrow and tell them so that they'll believe us, so they'll get off our backs.
Look, you can tell Terry I'll babysit. You're right, we owe him. And then you can come over there, can't you, after you finish work?
Yeah.
They make a change there, House. You like going out?
Only cheaper, eh?
That's right.
I'll see you later. See you, Jimmy.
Yeah, good luck, mate.
Don't be late back.
See ya.
Right, Joe, so I'll be getting off then.
No.
There's no point hanging round, is there?
Well, it's like you said, you've got to be businesslike.
Yeah, well,
Well, you're right. They'll go well on the stall. Can't just have one line. Especially when it might be down to me to earn our living. Hang on a minute.
Does that mean I've got a sale then, or what?
Mick never did trust banks. How much do we say?
50 quid a box. Real bargain, that, Jose.
I'll have 3 boxes then.
Done. Nice one.
150 quid.
You're making the right decision there, Josie, I'm telling you.
Mick never know, will he? I'll put it back before he needs it.
Listen, you'll make twice as much, I'm telling you.
I'll be able to pay it all back, won't I? No problem.
With this gear, like you said, no problem.
I'll buy the kids something nice. Just in case their dad does...
Yeah, you buy him something nice, eh?
If he doesn't come back, you never know I took it anyway.
How do I look?
Nobody would know you've been labouring all day.
Well, Jeffrey's going to pick me up for the round table. He should be here by now.
Jeffrey's he the one that's the chairman?
Yeah, well, he will be soon. I'll be his vice chairman. And then when he goes...
You get the big one.
Right.
Jobs for the boys, eh?
That's how it happens, isn't
Oh,
it?
fabulous.
You'll be needing a cup of tea.
What's all that mess outside?
New kitchen, darling.
But it's wrecked. It's ruined.
Well, the old one was really knackered.
At least it worked. I mean, at least I had a kitchen.
Will you get a new one back?
A better one.
As soon as I sort it out tomorrow.
We can't live like this.
I've got the tea bags.
And we've left the washing machine.
Don't try and persuade me you two have got some sense.
Get
New
it.
I thought you were supposed to be ill, lying on the sofa nursing a headache.
Well, it got better.
I bet it did. I bet it was never there.
It was?
Oh, come on, Max. Who are you kidding? If you're well enough to do all this, you're well enough to go to work. If you hate the job that much, why don't you just leave it?
I can't do that.
Well, get another one then. Anything to make you keep your hands off my house.
Sorry I'm late.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Your neighbours have got high ideas, haven't they? A fountain, no less.
Don't start.
Someone's been busy.
Just take him out.
That's what I came for.
Out of my sight. Maybe you could drum some sense into him.
I know it's a hassle at this stage, but a new kitchen's always worth it. You'll get the money back when you sell.
There speaks an estate agent.
Should have talked to me if you wanted units.
Matter of fact, haven't ordered them yet.
That's as well. I might be able to help you there.
This is lovely.
It should be.
Yeah, the price they charge when you know what the stuff costs to buy.
Well, you're paying for the cooking, aren't you, and the atmosphere?
Yeah, and someone else doing the washing up.
It's all worthwhile, then.
Hey, that's what I wouldn't mind, you know, a dishwasher.
You're hopeful.
Yeah, we'll need all the help we can get when we've got another baby.
Don't count on it.
Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's be hopeful.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's fine, thanks.
I feel like we're on a date.
Don't get out much, do we?
Nah, not just that. I mean, if the op has worked, it'd be like a fresh start. Like we just got married.
Plenty of water under the bridge.
Yeah, it's all behind us now, and we're still together.
Yeah.
Makes you really appreciate things, doesn't it, when you nearly lose them?
That's fine, thanks.
Think Frank will be back by tomorrow?
Well, if he isn't, it's down to the Geordie, isn't it, who they believe?
Oh, I'm sure they'll believe Mick.
But will they? The colour of his skin and all that?
Oh, he's a really nice bloke.
Yeah, you know that and I know that, but to the Geordie, all they're going to see in front of them is some big black fellow who's supposed to have beat someone up.
Well, you can tell them that he didn't.
I wasn't there, was I?
So what are you supposed to do?
Tell him what I know about him and try and persuade him he's a nice guy.
Oh, well, you can do that.
Can I? Do I really know Mick?
Hiya.
Thought you were never coming.
I was upstairs.
Daniel playing up, was he?
No, it's been really good. Been having a bit of a nosy round, as a matter of fact.
Cheeky.
It was nice to get to look at somebody else's house. Sue's got this lovely bathroom.
Hey, we've got a nice bathroom.
Yeah. She's got plants on the windowsills and towels that match. That would look really nice.
We made ours nice. At a price.
Daniel's room's got paper with turtles all over, matching curtains.
Hey, you didn't wake him up with your nose in, did you?
Of course not. It was dead quiet. The back room looks a bit of a mess. I suppose that's where Barry sleeps, is it?
Well, we might not have matching towels, but at least we don't have a lodger.
Maybe find a room.
Hey, we've got 2 bedrooms now. That's one more than we used to have.
I'm not grumbling, Mick. Who'd have thought we'd have our own nice little bungalow?
Yeah. Let's hope we can keep it.
I didn't marry you for your money.
No. Not much chance of that, considering the way we started, eh? Back room at our Lenny's.
It was good of him to have us.
Didn't see much of us, though. Spent most of our time in bed.
Before the kids.
That's how we got the kids. No. Didn't have much, but at least we were happy.
It's easy at the start, isn't it?
You know, when I got you, it was like I'd caught a butterfly.
Don't kid yourself. It was me caught you.
I know I was the steady feet on the ground type. Then you came along, dancing and laughing.
You're a good man, Mick Johnson.
I know it was a bit hard when the kids came along, and I know I tied you down.
Kids tie you down.
I didn't know it with me worrying about everything.
Yeah, but you still have fun.
I suppose that's why I wasn't too surprised when you went off with Tony. I hadn't been able to believe me luck in the first place.
I thought we said we're never going to mention Tony again.
I think that's why I'm worrying now. If I go down, will you get fed up again?
That was great.
Ah, I just wish you could do it more often.
Yeah, it wouldn't be such a treat then, though, would it?
So I like being seen with you.
Don't be daft.
See the way that waiter was looking at you?
It's part of his job.
Yeah, Bay doesn't look at all the customers like that, does he?
Hey, come on. Better get back and see Mick and Josie.
Yeah, hey, maybe we should take them somewhere back, you know, to say thanks.
Oh, we could do the same for them sometimes so they can go out, you know.
Mick mightn't be around that long, though, might he?
See what you mean.
Don't forget your bag. Come on.
Flowers?
Flowers? Don't be soft. Where are you going to get flowers from this time of night?
All right, then, chocolates.
No, let's just get him a bottle or something, eh?
Better get them 2 bottles, just so they can catch up with us.
Yeah, good drink to mix health.
Wish him good luck.
Come on.
That went well.
Yes, well, I think we could have got through the business a lot quicker with a firmer hand from the chair.
Is that a hint for next year?
Oh, no need. I'm sure you'll do a grand job.
Anybody would think you were after something.
Could be.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, some advice, a word in the right ears.
If it's about those kitchen cupboards, I'll sort you out, no problem. I've got friends in the trade.
Where don't you have friends?
One of the advantages of having an old established family business.
Well, as long as you don't become a square peg in a round hole.
Following in Father's footsteps suits me. That your problem, is it?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I think I've made a bit of a mess of things when I switched jobs.
Easily done.
Not sensible, though. Not with 3 children and 3 cars, 2 mortgages, 2 wives to support.
I'm not sure Patricia would see it quite like that.
You're right there. Thank God she's still earning. But it doesn't take away from the fact that I've made a bit of a fool of myself.
I'd have thought you could do that job with your eyes shut.
Oh, I can do it all right. It's a question whether I want to. That's the problem.
You don't like it?
I can't stand it. Boring colleagues, boring work. What makes things worse is that I've only got myself to blame. Went for a higher salary without taking other things into consideration.
That's an easy mistake to make.
I'm beginning to think that I ought to get out whilst I'm still sane.
This isn't a good moment to leave your job.
Oh, I'll find something else, that's for sure. With little help from my friends.
I'd have no hesitation in recommending you, of course.
See, what I need is a few contacts, a few phone numbers. Everything else will fall into place.
All right. Got your pen ready?
Right, that should do for now. At least we can lay our hands on the essentials.
Would you enough hot water left for a bath?
Yeah, don't use it all, though, eh?
I'm sorry about all this. Must have been a shock.
Trouble with Max is he doesn't always think of the consequences of his actions.
Should have stopped him.
No, not your responsibility. He's older than you. And it is his house.
I'm sure you'll be glad in the end anyway.
Dare say you're right. Suppose you quite enjoyed yourselves, the pair of you.
Yeah, we did.
till the wicked stepmother came in. Me, always nagging or losing my temper.
Not always.
I'm sorry about that scene with Josie the other week. I shouldn't have kicked her.
Well, she started it. Anyway, you owed her a kick, remember?
I just feel as if I've so many different things to carry, you know? I mean, even at work I feel as though I'm banging my head against a brick wall.
It must be awful.
Then when I get home, sometimes it doesn't feel like my home, more like it's your house and I'm the visitor.
Well, that's not true at all.
I want to work. I need to work. There just don't seem to be enough hours in the day. And don't worry about Thomas.
Thomas is all right.
Oh, I know that. We look after him ever so well. We're very lucky to have you.
He's lovely.
You see more of him than I do. I mean, sometimes, even if I am at home, if he falls over or whatever, he doesn't know who to run to.
He knows you're his mum.
That one who's always busy, always dashing in and out.
Well, you see as much of him as you can.
What happens if I want another baby? How do we manage then?
You need a bigger house first.
Oh, so I've got to keep working. Sorry. Bit of a moan today. I know there's no easy answer.
I think you coped very well.
That's why something like this is the last straw, you know. Doing something to our home without even asking me.
I know, I'm sorry. We're never meant to go this far, honest.
Oh, you meant well.
I'll think on next time.
I'll try and keep a check on my tongue, eh? There's some of that Christmas bath foam left, if you want.
Thanks.
Right, here we go. Drinks all round. Cheers.
Thanks.
Hey, was Daniel okay?
You didn't get a peep out of him?
Our Jem was a little terror when she was that age, you know.
Hey, come on, you lot, drink up. We're supposed to be celebrating a new start.
Yeah. Hey, look, good luck to us, eh?
Good luck. Sure it'll be all right.
Let's hope so, eh?
And good luck to Mick.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks. It's times like this you find out who your mates are, you know.
Yeah, you find out you're stronger than you think when times are hard.
Hope so.
Nah, don't worry, Joseph. If you get stuck down, we'll look after you.
Terry.
Well, if you run short of a few quid, you know where to come.
He's not going to get sent down.
Nah, of course he isn't. Because by the time I've finished with him, they're going to make him Prime Minister. Never mind find him not guilty.
He's not guilty.
No, but he needs his glass topping up.
Thanks.
Wish tomorrow would never come.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Easier said than done.
Look, I'm sure they'll believe him, Jose.
It's not worth worrying about.
I wish I hadn't done it this way now. I should have listened to reason and pleaded guilty at the magistrate's court like you wanted me to.
No, you shouldn't, because you're not guilty.
12 strangers sitting in judgment. What do they know about me?
Ah, don't worry, mate. I won't let you down.
All I wanted to do was look after our kids, Jose.
I know.
And now they might lose me.
We'll still be here. I'll be waiting for you no matter what happens.
A death-defying game of bull poker is caught on film in live camera action, and it's coming up next on Living.
You're wasting your time now, Mick.
It's Franco was after.
Haven't seen him all week.
Don't I know it? I was just hoping, you know.
You missed Chrissy as well. She went off to work about half an hour ago now.
Yeah, I know. She dropped a note in ours on her way out.
Yeah, I thought I saw her knocking.
You were still in bed. Well, we had a bit of a heavy night with Terry and Sue last night, you know.
Celebrating, eh?
Well, I wouldn't put it like that. More the condemned man.
Oh, of course. Today's the day you go to the court.
Yeah, I was stupid enough to oversleep.
Yeah, does that, the ale.
I was really counting on Frank and all, and now Chrissy says, well, she's still not heard from him.
Funny old job, that, driving.
You know, I can't get people to understand just how important this is, you know. It's my life we're talking about here.
Well, I'll be around for a bit, Nick. If I see him, I'll tell him you're looking for him.
Thanks, mate. It'll have to be soon, though. Look, if you do see him, just tell him to get down the Crown Court as soon as he can, and tell him it's urgent.
Yeah, sure thing. All the best, mate.
Thanks, Frank.
I'm in here.
No one in. No sign of Frank.
We'll be all right. Here, I made you some breakfast.
No, I couldn't face it, babe.
You gotta have something inside you.
Not that.
You sure you don't want to try it? You don't be feeling bad when you're in court.
Wish we hadn't drank all that wine last night.
Well, I don't. You go enjoy yourself while you can.
Yeah.
It's a shame to waste it.
You eat it, then.
Where's Terry? Couldn't.
All right, hey, yeah. Look, I'm sorry about last night. No, I'd had a bit to drink.
All right, mate.
Something smells good.
Yeah, bacon.
Oh, could do with a bit of that.
Oh, you're just too late. I can make you some, though, if you want.
No, it's all right. I don't put you to any bother. How do I look, then?
Sharp.
Lovely, really nice.
Well, I want to do you proud, make a good impression with the judge.
Give me a hand if you like. I'll pick a tie out.
Oh, don't feel very good at that.
For goodness sake, help him. He's had half a dozen on already this morning. Worse mouse.
Come in, mate.
Nothing too bright, mind. And polish your shoes. Hiya.
Hiya. How's it going?
He's practically living on the toilet. Hiya, you. You been good?
Yeah. We've washed their hair and given them a bath, haven't we?
Why am I going to school?
Because it's a special day. Bit of lovely.
Clean socks, clean frock, the lot. Got to get them looking nice if we're going to win the sympathy vote.
I want you two to behave yourselves. Be very good for your dad today, all right?
Where is Dad?
Your dad's going to a special place and he's got to stand up in front of a lot of people.
What are they doing here? Thought they were staying at Lou's.
Josie told me to bring them round this morning.
I thought we could take them to court with us and the jury can see what lovely kids they are.
No chance.
We'll take them out if they misbehave.
They're not coming, Jose.
I've arranged it.
Look, there's no way I'm letting them see me in the dock. I don't want to know that their dad's doing time.
Michael! Come ahead, Mike. Yeah, cup hold it up, will you, son?
What are you trying to do?
I am trying to measure so I can dig the right size hole for the pond.
Well, wouldn't it be better putting the pond down and marking round it?
No, it's all right. I've got the measurements here. 72 inches across.
Well, divide that in half, then.
You what?
That way, you get the radius, you put a stick in the middle, and just draw a circle round it.
Hey, the brains on him.
Yeah, it's one of the subjects I'm supposed to be good at.
Who'd have ever thought a son of mine would have been going to university, eh?
Polly.
Same difference, Michael. You get yourself a degree, it opens all sorts of doors for you. It'll never read Ron Dixon and Son above my shop front.
Well, there's always our Tony, isn't there?
I hope not. I hope for more than that for all of you. God, I wish I'd have had half the chances you lot have had.
It's not all a bed of roses doing A-levels, you know.
Hey, I never got the chance to stay on at school when I was your age. It's just a question of get out to work and get the money in.
But at least there was work.
Yeah. Someone would always get you to start in them days. Either your dad or someone else's.
Shouldn't have thought your dad would.
Oh, no chance. Your granddad never stayed in one place long enough to put a word in.
Yeah, I bet he didn't.
If he had done, it'd been more of hindrance than help. So one morning, I went down the nearest factory with a mate of mine. They checked us out if we could read and write and started us the following Monday.
I thought you liked it in the factory.
Oh, I like me mates. I like the tea breaks. I like the wage packets. We never used to ask ourselves if we liked what we were doing. Just used to get on with it. Anyway, there was other things in life that seemed more worthwhile. Like meeting your mother, for example.
Was she your first girlfriend?
Oh, no. She was the most important, though. And, of course, you lot came along and had to support you all.
No, well, you haven't done badly, have you?
I suppose not. Mind you, when we kicked off, we never thought we'd finish up with a place like this.
Yeah, and a shop in the offering too.
Yeah. When I look round, you know, that's when I know it's all been worthwhile. Hey, come on.
First of all, the jury is selected and sworn in.
Yeah, let's hope we get a decent one.
Luck of the draw, I'm afraid.
You won't hold being black against me.
Hey, how long are you going to need me for?
Oh, the whole thing shouldn't take too long. It's just a short trial.
Short trial?
Yes, the prosecution put their case first.
Snivelling Scully.
The man you're accused of assaulting. Then for the defence, there's you two. We'll put Mr. Johnson on the stand first.
We're still hoping Frank Rogers will turn up.
I'm afraid he's cutting a bit fine.
I thought they might have started.
Very soon.
Did you get the kids to lose all right?
Yeah, she was glad to have them.
Gemma got a bit upset.
She all right?
We promised to take her to the park.
Oh, we should be going. Public gallery's that way.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
I'll see you after, whatever.
It's all right.
This way.
It's not right.
We've got to go.
I can't let him see me like this.
It'll be all right.
What'll happen if it's not? What'll I tell the kids?
We'll face that when it comes to it.
What'll I do if I have to go on my own tonight, Mars?
I'll come with you. I'll stay with you. If you need money.
Oh, thanks.
We'd all rally round.
I'll be all right for a bit. I took some out of Mick's box.
The money the cabbies collected.
Well, I've got the kids to think about.
Of course you have.
Mick shouldn't have to go through this. He's a good man.
Well, all he's got to do is get the jury to believe it.
Let's hope he can.
Yeah.
Tidy up as you go along. That's what a good workman always does.
It's you.
It is my house.
On your own.
Talking to myself. Off work, sick.
I hope you realise, you know, all that smoke's going all over my garden. We can't see a thing we're doing here.
You can't expect me to control the smoke. I mean, the wind just blows where it wants.
This is a smokeless zone, this. Have you ever heard of a smokeless zone?
Don't try and teach me my business.
And listen, while we're at it, what about all that rubbish you've left at the front? Makes the place look like a corporation tip.
What right have you got to complain about that?
I've got to look at it.
And what do we have to look at? Paths, ponds, old cars, fridges?
See, I told you, didn't I? Get that car shifted.
Hey, Dad, don't blame me.
Not just the car.
It's got a broken axle.
It's supposed to be a decent residential area.
See, that's what I mean. It's no use, it's rubbish. It should go for scrap.
It goes for the rest of the rubbish, too.
Hey, that's not rubbish, that's good stuff.
And so is my car. Well, it will be when it gets going.
Oh, yeah, when?
Never.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Thank you, Mr. Brady. That will be all.
I call Michael Andrew Johnson.
That won't help.
Or will.
They look all right.
Do you believe in God?
I could do.
I swear that the evidence I give shall be
Wish I could.
the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
You are Michael Andrew Johnson of 6 Brookside Close, Manor Park, Liverpool.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Johnson, could you tell the court in your own words what happened that night on December the 14th, 1990? Remember to direct your answers to the jury.
I was sitting in my living room. I just had my tea when I heard a noise. So I decided to investigate. I went outside.
Go on.
Well, if you go outside the patio doors, you can see the children's bedroom window. There was this fella there. He had his hand through the window.
The window of your children's bedroom?
That's right.
What did you do then?
I shouted him, chased him. I just wanted him to get away. My children were in there.
How old are your children, Mr. Johnson?
My son is 6 and my daughter's 4.
So what did you do then?
It's going all right, isn't it?
Well, I chased him around to next doors.
I was on my way to Warrington. Thought I might as well have lunch here as on the motorway.
Ah.
So, still paying the wounded soldier, are we?
Well, can't take any chances with the virus.
Oh, that's what it is it? The amazing coming and going virus.
What do you mean?
It comes in the morning, goes away when it's too late to go to work. What is that smell?
Being having a fire.
Oh, no.
No, on purpose. Just getting rid of a few bits of rubbish.
Not noticeably.
Till that social outcast next door poked his nose in. Do you know, he was complaining about the smoke.
You haven't got much of a leg to stand on, have you?
Why?
Well, you've been calling him wrong clampet all this time. Now you're as bad. Look, there's kitchen units all over the place.
Temporarily.
And it's not much better in here.
I was going to clear up, but didn't expect you home, that's all.
I'm beginning to think I can't leave the place. What's this?
Ah, I think that's mine.
It's a job application form. You filled it in.
Well, you know I haven't been very happy in work lately.
I would be free to take up the position as soon as possible.
Yes, I was meaning to tell you.
Am I going to believe what I think I'm going to hear?
I handed in my notice at the electricity company. They accepted it this morning.
You've told us how you saw Mr. Brady outside your house. How did you feel at that moment?
What do you expect? I was shocked. Could have been after my children.
Shocked?
Well, I was angry. Wouldn't you be?
What did you do then?
I chased him.
And did you catch him?
He ran.
How far did he run, Mr. Johnson?
Around the corner of the house and onto next door's front.
A distance of what, some 15 yards?
About that, yes.
So, you chased Mr. Brady, and then you caught him. What happened then?
He was trying to get away.
And so you hit him.
Only in the struggle. I was upset. I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to protect my kids.
Do you know how long Mr. Brady had to be treated in hospital after you'd hit him?
Yes.
How long, Mr. Johnson?
3 days.
Even after Mr. Brady had run some 15 yards, you hit him hard enough to put him into hospital for 3 days. Doesn't that suggest that by the time you caught him, you were very angry? Doesn't that suggest that the beating you gave him after, mark you, he'd run away, was quite out of proportion to what was required to stop him entering your house? I'd suggest, Mr. Johnson, that when you beat him unconscious, you were totally out of control.
He was breaking into my children's room.
Children who were, by then, quite safe. You've seen the medical report, Mr. Johnson. The court's heard evidence from the doctor who treated Mr. Brady. Can you possibly suggest that such injuries were necessary under the circumstances?
Didn't know what I was doing.
Exactly. Now, Mr. Johnson, how tall are you?
6'2".
And how much do you weigh?
15 stone.
Would you look at Mr. Brady? You do recognize him, I suppose?
I would recognize him anywhere.
Over there. Now, Mr. Johnson, what would you estimate Mr. Brady weighs?
Hey, there's some good stuff here. Dad, are we going to look at the shops today or what?
Well, he's not going to let it all go to waste.
What, thinking of making him an offer, are you?
Never mind an offer. He's stupid enough to throw it away. Why should I pay him for it? Might even ask him how much it's worth to shift it for me.
Ah, no, Dad, I wouldn't be bothered if I were you.
Suppose you're right. Who'd have thought we'd have got such awkward people living round here?
Well, never mind. I think you're winning.
On my property again, are you?
Not much excuse for calling us now, is there?
I'm improving my home.
So am I.
That's not an improvement. That's a monstrosity.
Hey, listen here, you.
Max.
Never mind it.
Max, people are entitled to do what they want in their own garden.
Well, it affects us too, you know. Don't know what the public health would say about this lot.
The sooner you get another job, the better. Might stop you brawling with the neighbours.
Come on, Dad, I've got things to do.
Yeah, all right. I'd like that lot moved by the time I get back, you know.
That man is intolerable. Enough to make you want to move house.
Not much chance of that on only one income.
Well, that's not fair, is it? Got a month's salary in hand.
Why don't you think before you act, Max?
Because sometimes you just see a chance and you take it, that's why. Anyway, you told me.
I didn't.
Yes, you did, yesterday.
Oh, I didn't mean that seriously, and you know it. Not without another job to go to.
Look, Patricia, you know I couldn't stand it there.
What are we going to do? We've got bills to pay.
I'll get a job before the month's up.
I hope so.
Jeffrey's given me some names. I made some very useful telephone calls this morning.
Let's hope they work out.
Oh, they will.
Because I have no intention of being the sole support of your ex-wife and her coffee mornings.
And in all the time you've worked with Mr. Johnson, how have you found him?
Oh, he's great. Really good worker.
So, you've already told us that as well as being a colleague, Mr. Johnson is also a neighbour of yours.
That's right.
How long have you been neighbours?
Oh, about a year and a half, I suppose, ever since he moved into Mr. Cross's at number 6 Brookside.
So, you'll have had plenty of opportunity to see Mr. Johnson with his family?
That's right, yeah.
And what sort of a father would you say he was?
Ah, he was great, really loving.
Sort of man who'd want to protect his children?
Oh, yeah, he'd do anything for them.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan.
Would you mind staying where you are, Mr. Sullivan? I have a few questions to put.
All right.
Now, let's begin with how long you've known Mr. Johnson.
I've just said, haven't I? 2 years.
And 18 months ago, he also became a neighbour. He was Mr. Cross's lodger, I believe you said.
That's right, yeah, just across the road.
And is Mr. Johnson still Mr. Cross's lodger?
Well, there's not enough room now. Not now Josie's there with the kids. Mr. Cross has gone to...
Not now. Josie and the kids are there.
It's only 2-bedroom.
So Josie, is that Mr. Johnson's wife?
Yeah.
And the children haven't been there all the time? How long have they been there, Mr. Sullivan?
I don't know.
You don't know how long Mrs. Johnson and the 2 children have been living in the house opposite you?
Well, of course I do, yeah.
So is there any reason why you don't want to tell us? Is there, Mr. Sullivan?
About 6 months.
Can we presume, therefore, that up to 6 months ago, Mr. Johnson lived apart from his family for at least 12 months?
Your Honour.
I suppose so, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan.
Of course, the next problem's going to be what to do with the Moby.
Oh, you can just dump that, can't you?
No way. It's a good little business, that, Michael.
Well, sublet it, then.
It's a bit quiet round here, isn't it?
Are you sure they're working on the shops, like?
Yeah, this place is always open. They have the brews here.
Doesn't look open now.
Hello? Anybody there?
Doesn't look like there's anybody there.
Hello?
What's going on? Somebody like this packed it in, Dad. There's piles of papers all over the show. What's going on?
I now ask you, members of the jury, to look at the relative sizes of these 2 men. Mr. Johnson is a big man. Mr. Brady is not. We are not here to consider Mr. Brady's behaviour. He does not deny attempting to enter Mr. Johnson's house. And we might all think that Mr. Johnson has a right to chase him away. But what we are here to consider is not that chase, but what happened after that. We are here to consider the vicious assault Mr. Johnson launched on a man much smaller than himself, an attack that resulted in Mr. Brady receiving the injuries he's told you about. You have in front of you the medical reports. And you've heard the evidence of the medical registrar. It is clear from this evidence that the blows Mr. Brady received were delivered after he was on the ground. Members of the jury, you will remember that this attack took place at 5 Brookside Close. And you'll see from the plans in front of you that this was some distance away from Mr. Johnson's house. It is clear that Mr. Brady was running away. In that case, was the attack Mr. Johnson launched against him necessary? Was it not rather the unmerited, unnecessary attack of a man who had lost his temper? Mr. Johnson tells us that he was protecting his children. But for over a year.
Josie, come on, Mick needs you.
It's all my fault. Didn't you see? It's all my fault.
Oh, you can't say that.
If I hadn't left Mick, if I hadn't got with Tony.
Mick loves those kids.
Look how she made it sound. As if he didn't care.
It's a job.
But she's supposed to be finding out the truth. That's not the truth.
They look at the facts.
Oh, twist them, you mean? You can see what that jury's thinking. Read their minds. To them, Mick's just a fella. He's big, he's black, and now they think he's irresponsible.
He was trying to be responsible.
I know that, but they don't. You can see they were turning against him.
Oh, no.
What's going to happen to him now?
I wish I knew.
Josie, oh, I'm sorry.
Where's Mick? Where are they taking him?
What do you want to have to go and tell him about them being separated for?
Oh, well, I didn't mean it. You get all muddled up, don't you?
It's all your fault.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Where's Mick? I've got to see him.
Is it over?
They're having an adjournment.
What's happening? You all right?
The judge has adjourned the court until Monday.
What does that mean?
It's not over. He's got to come back.
Are you guilty or not guilty?
I don't know, Josie didn't say.
We ran out of time. We won't know the verdict until Monday.
What'll the verdict be?
Who knows?
It's not looking good.
Extreme skiers strut their scary stuff in live camera action after the break.
Listen, kids, I might not be around for some time after today.
Is it to do with the court then?
No, son. I've got a new job.
Why?
Never mind why, son. But look, if I'm not going to be here, I want you to take care of your mum and Gemma, all right? And I want you to make sure that Leo washes his hands every night before his tea, yeah? And then when I come back, I'll buy you anything you want. New bike, new dollies, new pram, anything.
Yay!
Yeah!
You going to jail, Dad?
No. Listen, son. Those people in court are going to make their minds up today, and it looks as if I might have to go to jail. But remember, if that happens, they're wrong. And I'm going to go back to court for what they call an appeal to try and change their minds.
Go and brush your teeth, love. You shouldn't be so pessimistic.
You were there on Friday.
Nothing's certain.
Yeah, well, we've got to be realistic. I don't want Leo to suddenly realise I'm not going to be around anymore. I should have done a runner.
Don't be daft.
You don't know what it's like standing in that dock. I mean, you watch all that LA law stuff and you say, oh, yeah, if that was me, I'd give it to them straight. Your ball goes. You feel like your knees are going to collapse beneath you.
Wouldn't help doing a runner, would it? We're only hours away from a decision.
I didn't say I was going to do one. I just said that's the way I feel. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Frank Rogers, my only witness, is in a wagon somewhere. They wiped the floor with Terry, and the prosecution, a few years ago, should have got me lynched.
But it's the jury's decision.
But what kind of a picture have they painted of me, eh? They made me out like I'm some kind of psycho who can't even control his temper.
Well, there's a chance of our defence doing a good job.
Our defence? My defence, you mean? I'm on my own in this.
But you're not. You got me and the kids and your friends.
Yeah, for the moment. Look, you're asking me to be realistic. Well, you've got to be too. What are the kids going to think when they see my name plastered all over the newspapers like some kind of criminal?
They'll think there's my dad and he's been wronged.
If they still remember me.
Oh, God, Mick, you're not going to Devil's Island for life.
I may as well be. You know what them places are like Strange Ways and that.
But nothing's happened yet. It depends on those 12 people on the jury.
12 strangers.
Mick, don't pull me down with you. You're the only thing that keeps me going. And even if everything does go wrong, I'll still be I'll stay on the close. And if you can face up to things, then I promise I'll be there with you.
You may as well have these.
Don't, Mick.
Take them. For my cash box. I've got the money from the cabbies in there. You know, I was really worried that you'd be the one to do the running, you know. 12 months ago, you would have done. But if you mean it about sticking by us, then I trust you, Jules. Honest, I do.
I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3, 4! What do you reckon then, eh, Pop?
Oh, great, yeah. I suppose this is another free period from school, is it?
I didn't realise you were into psychedelia.
What's Ringo doing up there?
Well, we could hardly fit him in here, could we? Anyway, I thought he'd be a bit too loud for your tender eardrums.
All right, Trish. Day off.
No, Patricia, and I'm trying to work.
1, 2, 3, 4!
All right, mate. We've got to talk here. Give us a break, will you? They're getting a band together, you know. They got a gig on Friday.
All right, 6, 5.
I know, it's the band. It's the band that I've come about.
2 tickets, is it? That's a drummer.
Really?
So, what can I do you for? Hello, Tommy.
Thomas, look, I'm trying to work.
Why, where's your nanny?
Margaret's with Max looking for do-it-yourself stuff for the kitchen.
Ah. It's looking a bit messy around yours, isn't it?
Look, I really do have work to do, and I'm finding it very hard to concentrate.
Yeah. All right, Trish, I'll sort it out, don't worry.
Thank you.
All right, don't mention it. He's getting bigger now, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Today, you have to make a decision. And it is a decision which I hope you will make with the care and consideration it deserves. It demands such care and consideration because you are responsible for returning a verdict that may deprive the defendant of his liberty. My learned friend alleges that the complainant was chased, apprehended, and then beaten even though he had offered no resistance. The prosecution further alleges that the beating continued even after the complainant was rendered unconscious. Secondly, there is the defendant's version. Now let us concentrate on his testimony and the events of that night some 4 months ago. The defendant was sitting in his living room, planning, as most of us at that time, his Christmas. He just sat down, having tucked away his 2 young children, aged 6 and 4, in the safety of their bedroom. But were they safe? No. Because, members of the jury, at that very moment, the defendant's peace was shattered by the sound and then the realization that someone was trying to gain entry into his house. But not his kitchen, not his bathroom or his living room, but to his children's bedroom. His children's bedroom, members of the jury. The very room he thought his children would be safe. Now, the prosecution alleges, as I have already stated, that the beating continued even after the complainant was rendered unconscious. Yet, what evidence is there for this allegation? Any at all? To quote the medical witness for the prosecution, I cannot categorically state that the majority of punches received by Mr. Brady and the blow which rendered him unconscious were all received while he was lying down. There is no real evidence that Mr. Brady was struck whilst lying on the ground. And what of the prosecution's point of the comparatively larger size and weight of Mr. Johnson, which it is alleged was used by him maliciously and vindictively? Take a look at him, members of the jury. Yes, he is bigger. Yes, he may be stronger. But there was a bigger difference between those two on that night. That difference, members of the jury, was one of intent to commit a crime. Mr. Johnson had no intention whatsoever to commit a crime that night. Indeed, his intention was to prevent one and to apprehend a criminal and make a civil arrest. Did he overreact? Did he know it was a burglar? Keep in your mind, members of the jury, he had no idea he was dealing with a burglar. It was his children's room, and for all he knew, he could have been seeing off a child molester or even a murderer. Thus, the prosecution's evidence is at best contentious and at worst flawed. Mr. Johnson was attempting to turn a criminal over to the arms of justice. And here we see the key terms: law and justice. The law must protect us all. And the prosecution alleged that law was broken. But what is more important here is justice. Any reasonable citizen and father would, in similar circumstances, have behaved exactly as Mr. Johnson did. He had no regard for his own safety, but merely the safety of his own young children. Members of the jury, I am not asking you to return a verdict of not guilty. It is justice that demands that you return a verdict of not guilty.
they back in court?
No, the jury's still out. Let's hope they don't prolong the agony too long.
What do you think?
I honestly don't know. I thought the judge was fair in his summing up. So now it's down to the 12 people in the jury.
12 strangers.
Hiya. Do you want drinkies, Thomas?
Yeah.
See if we can't find the coffee, eh? Oh, I wonder where it is. You know, your father wants his head testing. I don't know. It's going to have to be orange juice. I'm sick of this already.
Not guilty. Silence in court.
All right, Trish.
Patricia.
Oh, yeah. Is your day off, is it?
No, I'm trying to work from home, but I can't with all that racket coming from next door.
Oh, no, your little Thomas would do better than that, wouldn't he?
Look, I really am busy.
Oh, no, it's all right. I've just come for the window money. One needs one's cash before one dashes off.
You haven't cleaned them for weeks.
Yeah, well, no, I know I haven't, but Jimmy's been doing them, hasn't he?
Subcontracting now, are we?
Well, not really. It's just that I've been confined to bed with the flu. Doctor's orders and that, you know. Yeah, I've been coughing up all kinds of green stuff.
Really?
Yeah, people underestimate the flu, you know, because it was touch and go with me for a while, but the doctor said I've got the constitution of a workhorse. It was dead funny in the doctors, you know.
Look, I really have to...
No, honest to God, he said to me, come in, stand over there and take all your clothes off. So I said, all right, I'm standing there, it's dark as like. He says to me, would you like this done private? I said, well, I wouldn't mind. I said, all right, I'll close the door.
I've got to get going.
Oh, well, try Oldbrand. No, you know, I just want the window money.
I told you they haven't been cleaned.
I know, well, I said Jimmy's been doing them, hasn't he?
He hasn't cleaned ours.
All right, Trish.
If you clean them, we'll pay you. Seem to remember you nearly lost the round once before. Bye.
Mike! All right, Ron, La.
Never mind, all right, Ron, La. Where have you been? Dee Dee's been giving me an earache about them windows.
Well, Jimmy Corkill's supposed to have been doing them, hasn't he?
What? Jimmy Corkill doing windows? Don't make me laugh. Got more chance of being invited in for cocktails with Max and Tricia. What? Take that box in the kitchen with you. What box? The one that you probably just nearly fell over.
Oh, yeah. It's going sound, you know, Dad.
The band?
Yeah, we're just working on the name, like.
Oh, you got a band, have you?
Yeah, doing a gig on Friday.
Oh, nice one, yeah. What sort of stuff do you do? The Stones, bit of heavy rock, funky?
We do our own kind of stuff, you know, psychedelia.
That Smith fella rang me.
Smith?
Yeah, you know the fellow with the ponytail?
How do you know he's got a ponytail if he's been on the phone?
Well,
nobody's phoned.
All right.
So the lad's got a band, eh, Ron?
Yeah, well, I'm a bit...
How do you mean?
Well, I fixed him up a gig at the Legion, you know. There's stuff to play, and you think it was more like a heavy rock club in town. Honestly, you want to hear it, Sinbad. Stuff like Love is a Duck. I mean, what kind of song's that? When I was a kid, the words made sense.
Yeah, like do-wah, diddy.
Exactly. Everybody's a comedian, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I must be a comedian, letting Jimmy Corkill do me rounds.
Well, where have you been?
Well, I've had Danny LaRue, haven't I? Been out the game.
The flu in April, behaves.
You can get it in April, get it any time, flu.
I don't know about that, Sinbad. But I do know that Jimmy hasn't been anywhere near our windows. All right, Baz. Almost. Any chance of a quick word, lad? Well, I went round a shop site the other day just to see how they were getting on, you know, and the place is deserted.
I know, I've just been round here myself.
So what's the score like?
I don't know.
I mean, you don't expect the sites office to be boarded up, do you?
No, not unless something serious is going on.
No, but there's still fellas grafting around here.
I know that. They're my lads. I've subcontracted them, haven't I?
Oh! That's all right then, isn't it?
Oh, that's all right, is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, as long as there's fellas grafting here, I mean, the shops will get open, won't they?
How do you think's paying them, like?
That'll be you, won't it?
And where do you think I'm going to get the money from to complete the work, eh?
Have to develop it.
Oh, knows, right? So I've got to find Smith, haven't I? Because he owes me.
So those shops mightn't get opened after all?
I don't give a toss about the shops. I've just got to get some money together to pay them fellas on Friday.
Why can't you pay him?
Are you soft?
Hey, all right, steady on, Baz.
Steady on nothing. I've got everything invested in them shops.
And I've got me future invested in them.
Do you think I want to drive round for the rest of me days in that Moby?
Well, that's your problem, isn't it? All I want is Jed Smith.
Well, that's okay then, innit? But let's keep your anger pointed at him and not me.
Yeah, all right. Don't suppose there's any need for me and you to fall out, is there?
No, no reason at all.
Yay! Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
When did you get this, Moss?
Yesterday. I just had this feeling you were going to get a not guilty.
Oh, nice one, babe. Oh, here's trouble.
Oh! Congratulations, mate.
Cheers,
Well
man.
done,
Nice
eh?
one, mate.
Well, we celebrate with bubbly, eh?
Do you fancy one?
Depends what you're offering, actually, Mars.
You couldn't keep up.
Ooh, personally, I thought you were guilty.
Hey, where have you been? We could do with our windows cleaning.
What do you mean, where have I been? Hey, I've been in my sick bed, haven't I? I'm still not right, am I?
Oh, poor Uncle Sinbad.
Yeah, Paul's right, actually. Jimmy Corkle's supposed to have been doing me round, but he's been skiving off.
Hey, you nearly lost around, you know. There's a couple of fellas after it.
Parasites, aren't they, eh? You're in your sick bed for 5 minutes and then someone's trying to get you around. Honestly, God, you know, I still even haven't had nothing to eat and nothing, you know.
Putties.
I must have lost a couple of...
Answers.
Oh, things that pass for humour these days.
I work hard at my jokes, so don't just say the first thing that comes into my head.
I was assuming there's something in your head in the first place.
Do you know, if you really tried, you could be dead funny.
Game, set and match. Oh, way. Great to see you, then, Cindy.
Oh, am I relieved to see you? I was so worried. Why didn't you ring me or something? I've been sitting at home waiting for it to be on the telly, on the radio. Hello, my lovely. You've been behaving yourself?
Yeah, Dad's free.
I know, he didn't let me know, though.
This is Sinbad, Auntie Lou.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Sinbad.
You're
Hey,
nice.
what sort of name's that, Sinbad? I've never heard of a Saint Sinbad.
Oh, and see, that's because I'm him, St. Sinbad the First, you know.
And the last.
Yeah. I'm a local celebrity round here, mate.
Well, you don't look very well on it.
No, I'm just saying to... Hey, I'm telling you, just saying to everyone here, I haven't been too well because I've had the flu.
Well, me too. Flu. Don't talk to him about the flu. Listen to my chest. Ooh, I'll never sing again.
Hey, well, you want to hear mine? I'll never start.
Listen, Auntie Lou is the best childminder in Liverpool. I'll get you a drink.
Yeah, when she hasn't got a bad chest.
Yeah, well, that's funny, that, because I happen to be the best window cleaner in Liverpool as well.
But not the busiest.
So, whose relative are you? You can't be Josie's, because I haven't heard any boyo or la, you know what I mean, like,
I'm not on anyone's side, love. I've known Mick for years. I really have. I half brought him up, you know. I know all the Johnsons.
Oh, well, you'll soon get over that, won't you?
Just take it back.
Hey, Mick, don't forget, I'm going into hospital next week.
What for?
Well, it's my hernia, you know. It's getting bigger, aren't you, little devil? They'll soon fix me up, though.
So it's an operation then, is it, Lou?
It's not much. I'll be up and about in a few days.
I didn't know a thing. Josie didn't say anything.
No, I'm not surprised, love. After all, she's had a lot on her mind. She nearly lost her husband for a few months, didn't she? What are you doing here?
I've got all the gear in the van, you know.
What gear?
Gear? The gear for the store, you know, the kids' clothes and that.
You can't bring that stuff in here.
Why not?
Because it's not convenient.
Well, when is convenient, then?
Not now. Get going.
Thank you, Josie.
Hey, you. Sarah Jose.
You needn't to worry because I knew it'd be all right. I'd like another sandwich, love.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit
What about another drink? Oh, there's a droplet. Well, perhaps you've had enough.
I have. I've had too much, I tell you.
What are we doing here, eh? Standing around drinking and toasting because I got found not guilty. For 4 months I've had this thing on my mind, and for what? Nearly split up my family because someone tried to get in here. He tried to run away, but I got him. And you know what? I lied. I swore on the Holy Bible to tell the truth, but I didn't. No, I didn't. I lied to save myself. Because by the time I got him round the Rogers, man, I just wanted to kick her and beat her. Because I was mad that he was after my kids. Oh, God.
You didn't, Mick.
Look, you said you were doing the windows.
Point of order. I said I was using the ladders.
Oh, so I'm lying in me pit knackers, and you're walking down with a set of ladders let me think you're doing the rounds.
Listen, I never said that I had any intentions of doing your work. You've just assumed that, so that's your fault, OK?
Yeah, but you're supposed to be my mate, and if I'd known that you weren't doing me round, I'd have got out of me sick bed no matter how bad it was, and I'd have done it myself, because this round's all I've got.
Give it a rest, will ya?
He's got a point there, you know, Jimmy.
Don't you start, I know.
Well, you've got to be able to trust your mates, haven't you? What's the score? Never mind, Trunky.
Hey, so you making all that noise before?
What, music? Yeah. Got a gig on Friday.
Down the Legions, the debut, I fix it up for them.
Oh, all right, nice one. Hey, listen, what's your image and that?
Ah, a bit of psychedelia, you know.
Great. Hey, listen, I could fix you up with some gear, no problem.
What sort?
Well, you know, army camouflage stuff. You know, if you dress yourself in that, go down a bomb at the British Legion, that would, wouldn't it, eh? Army stuff.
You want to entertain them, not fight them.
You're out of touch, lad. Style's the word now. Come on, let's sort the pond out.
Better put these glasses away. They're playing blind man's buff now.
I'm sorry about before, Auntie.
Oh, that's all right, son. It'd been my Teddy to smash the whole court up. God rest him.
You coming to play with the kids?
Yeah, in a minute, babe.
We're really proud of you, Mick. I really thought you could have run off this morning. Whatever would have happened, you can face your kids.
You don't know how close I was to going, Joss. Even today at the court, I kept thinking, run.
Let's just forget about it.
You're right. First of all, I'm going to put all this court business behind me. I'm going to get the cabbie's money, pay off the solicitor, and then we get back to normal.
A frisbee-loving dog and golfing hijinks caught on film in live camera action coming up after the break.
All right, Sue. Pay for me.
Get away there for the person in charge of the house.
Ah, must be mine then.
No, well, I'm here.
Hey, congratulations, you're enjoying your freedom.
You know what? You think I just escaped from Devil's Island?
Well, Terry had pages and pages of escape plans ready for you just in case.
Go on. That's how we could get away from you.
Do you want a coffee, Sue? Oh, no, thanks. I'm already late for work, so I better get going, OK?
All right, see you.
All right, see you, Sue.
Thanks for the flowers. She's cheerful.
Yeah, I made up for them. They're lucky they stayed together.
Something like that must gut you.
We've almost been there, Jose. A couple of times.
So wonder how we cope, really.
What have you done, Jose?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm home. I'm free. Got all that court business behind me. And what have you done? Got me talking all morbid. Massa, don't set me free.
Don't, Mick.
Why?
All this has left me drained.
Ah, it's all over now, babe.
Not really.
What do you mean? What's up?
Oh, nothing.
Hey, come on. This is Mr. Mega Tolerance here. You can tell me. I can take it.
I was going to ask Marcy to move in if you got sent down.
Is that it? I thought you were going to tell me that you cashed in my insurance policy. Now, that would be something to confess, wouldn't it? Knowing me, I'd forgive you, though, wouldn't I? Oh, you know what, Jose? When I was thinking about being banged up and all that, well, material things meant nothing. Money, clothes, house. No, it's all to do with families. You, the kids, our friends. Freedom. Why, that sounds sweet. Freedom.
I'll have to finish the dishes.
Hey, Jose. Love you, babe.
I know.
Ready?
Yeah.
Good. Let's hear it then.
Right, well, I've had a long, hard look at this campaign. I've done some more research. If you'll just bear with me. And I seriously think we've got to change tack.
Oh, come on.
I'm the boss, Alex.
Well, the point is that the way the campaign's going, the impregnated mops won't sell.
You'd better explain before our creative genius has a stroke.
Right, well, the manufacturer wants us to stick with this antiquated women shackled to the kitchen sink approach.
It still works.
Yeah, it still works, but this is supposed to be a time-saving device for the benefit of the housewife who also brings money into the home.
Like yourself.
And the campaign, as it is only targeting the lower end of the market. I mean, the people who use the traditional mop and bucket. They're very resistant to change. Their mothers and grandmothers use mops, so will they.
Enter the liberated, hygienic female.
Look, the client wants this campaign his way.
Yeah, I know, but A, it stereotypes and insults working-class women. B, surely we want to sell the mop to all women. And C, in order to do so, I really think we need a new and updated selling point.
Which isn't sexist towards working-class women.
Well, no, I don't want anyone insulted. I mean, the working-class woman's just going to laugh and dismiss a gadget she can't afford. She'll stick with her tried-and-tested mop, bucket and bleach. And as for the middle-class woman, I've told you what she'll do.
So the working class don't recognise sexism in adverts?
I don't really think it matters what class the women come from. Some are good at recognising sexism, some aren't. Some use it to their advantage, some fall prey to it. But as regards the campaign, what I'm saying is, if you try to sell an impregnated mop head to any woman this way, the mop will flop.
All right, lad.
Is there any chance you stick one of these in your front window?
Dunno. Have to ask the lady of the house. Who is it, anyway?
Well, it's be band, like. There's 4 of us.
All right. What sorts of stuff did you?
Well, mostly our own, you know, psychedelia stuff.
So many gigs, have you?
Well, this is our first biggie.
Oh, aye. Where's this at, like? Oh, before an almost live audience at the Legion, eh?
Yeah, well, it's a gig, isn't it? And you get an idea of playing together as a band.
Oh, yeah. Brookside's new wave, are you?
You never know. If you do well in this, we'll have to get ourselves a manager.
Haven't you got a manager?
No.
Oh, you're going in with your eyes closed, eh? You have to make sure you get one that knows the music business inside out.
Well, do you?
Well, enough to make sure a good band don't get ripped off. That's if you're any good, like.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you come down Friday, give us a listen, see what you think?
No, I've got somewhere to go on Friday already.
Well, our next gig then, come down then if you like.
All right, so see what I can do, mate.
Sounds. So, don't forget to ask him about the poster then.
All right, well, give us one here, I'll ask her.
No, in fact, take 2 and stick one in your Jeep.
Oh, can I? All right, great, mate.
Sound.
Alex, please listen, there is no point in pursuing this style of campaign.
So you keep saying.
Well, some things take a little while to get through.
Criticism's the easy bit. Have you any idea of the alternative approach?
I'm the creative.
And I'm trying to hold the campaign team together. I want to give all the ideas a run through. I don't want the mop to flop.
Right, well, I think we should remove the whole campaign from around the kitchen sink. Patricia Farnham, one moment.
The kitchen's still got to be in there. We've still got to make women depend on the product.
12 o'clock.
No, I think we need to get right
Well, that's
away
not
from
my
the
problem.
idea of women needing them all.
Don't get smart. You've had the negatives lying on your desk for damn near 2 weeks. We're all exceptionally busy. Look, I'm coming down there now. I'll have to sort this out. Will you excuse me?
Sure.
As I was saying, the consumer will never believe they're dependent on this mop. We need to change the angle.
Convince me then.
I think we should go for the scientific approach. Look at the germicidal effects of the mop.
It's been done before.
And it worked. I mean, we'll back it up with facts about its functions and its difference. Get the men in white coats, commission some computer graphics. We won't even show a woman in the ad. It will work. An appendage of modern living for everyone. A new lifestyle.
That's simpler.
People listen to facts, especially if the message giver is a person of power. And a man in a white coat signifies doctor, which signifies trust and facts. Well, if the doctor says it's all right...
Thanks, but I don't need a lecture in elementary communications.
Right, sorry. So if we get a bacteriologist giving the facts, and when we flash up his name and his qualifications, He gives the killing rate, 90% of bacteria in 1 minute, 100% in 2, whatever. Followed by some fact about its efficiency. Then we push the economy of the mop. No hot water needed. How many times it can be used. The fact that germs don't breed in it like they do in an ordinary mop. Then I promise you it'll be a success.
If you'll excuse me, I'll just pop to the loo. Well, it's certainly an interesting idea.
Hello? Oh, no, sorry, he's not in. Can I take a message? Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
There you are. You can file that lot under rubbish.
What do you mean?
Well, you've managed to make a complete fool of me.
Alex?
I only left the room for 5 minutes to sort out some problem in the darkroom. I mean, they're so inefficient. The developer's off.
What's this lot doing here?
I spent hours on those. I missed 2 nights out to get them done.
Look, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Why don't you sit down, for heaven's sakes?
Paul wants to run the campaign your way. How did you convince him? My way isn't good enough.
When did he tell you this?
Just now, he sent me in here so as you could fill me in.
I wish he told me. All he said was interesting.
Perhaps he was talking about your legs. He's like that.
All right.
Why can't you just do as you're told?
Don't blame me. You should have waited till I finished my research.
Richard would have supported me.
Yeah, well, Richard was a decent boss, but he didn't always listen to reason.
Sometimes it's quicker to do that.
What, speed at the expense of a good campaign?
Suits me.
Wonder why he didn't tell me he thought my stuff was okay.
He didn't say they were okay. He just wants me to do it your way.
Aren't you taking this rather personally?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I understand your point, but you're the account manager and you're putting ideas forward. I'm not looking forward to that nonsense.
Maybe it'll take my mind off my kitchen. Max has got brochure upon brochure. The cost is unbelievable.
I suppose this is going to be your main topic of interest until it's finally done.
If you could see it, you might realise why.
Can't a working mother cope without middle-class kitchen units?
A bit more bile in the voice than usual, Alex?
Well, I don't see why we should be pitting our wits against each other in this murder break nonsense. I mean, if Paul wants to organise a get-together to meet spouses and partners, then I wish he'd pick some tropical paradise. But no, he wants to stimulate our minds at the same time and have fun on his competitive break.
He's scared of being beaten by a mere woman.
That sort of nonsense never enters my head. And I'm surprised at you, questioning the superiority of males. I suppose you're looking forward to it.
Depends what the aims are. I mean, if it's teamwork, that's fine by me. But if it's a straight split, men against women, has no benefits for me.
I don't know why you're always on about this feminist bit.
Well, it's an ever-present issue. Always having to put up with sexist comments from the lads.
Don't you think you're getting a bit touchy?
No, I'm not touchy. I just want to be able to get on with my job without some client hinting that the campaign is mine if I jump into bed with him, or being treated like a second-class citizen by my colleagues.
Perhaps you're in the wrong profession and Richard was right.
What do you mean?
He always said that women were too temperamental for good advertising.
Ah, but Richard had one big physical problem. He was a man.
Hi. Oh, dear, music that loud will make you deaf.
What are you reading?
Anything?
Oh, dear. I'm back in at 8.
Why?
Meeting with the Northern Region Chief. We're getting shot of a couple of hotels.
Why?
Well, business is a bit flat.
Weekdays are great because of conferences, but a lot of firms are cutting back due to falling profits. So we're letting some of the smaller residentials go. Couldn't get us a drink, could you?
Yeah, what?
Oh, tea will do.
Sure.
What's all this in aid of?
Footy.
Football? I thought the season was nearly over.
It is.
So?
Well, me and Terry are going to be playing five-a-side for the cabbies to keep us fit through the summer.
Keep you knackered more like. Look at the state on you.
It's only like this at the beginning.
You should try jogging or something. Ease yourself into it. You'll end up with a hernia like Auntie Lou.
Hey, she didn't mention anything about me kicking off at the party the other day, did she?
Nah, she was more concerned about going into hospital.
I wish she'd have told me, Joes. I felt all right, Divvy, when she asked me.
She wasn't bothered. Anyway, she knows we lead busy lives. You always training, puffing and panting.
Just working up a sweat.
Yeah, you give yourself a coronary.
20 minutes exercise a day is good for you. All right then, Coach. Got any other suggestions?
Yeah, do some of this with Leo and Gemma. They'd love it.
All right. You do it as well.
Me?
Yeah, we'll do it as a family. We'll all benefit. Keep the tickers in good nick. But you just do half the exercises I do, just to ease into shape.
What do you mean, half the exercises?
Don't want you straining nothing.
And what have I got to strain that you haven't?
I just thought with you being unfit,
I'm as fit as you.
Oh, aye.
I used to run for the school, remember?
That was years ago. You're well past it now.
Rubbish. I could do those exercises, no problem.
All right. 10 sit-ups, £1 each one.
Oh, yeah? And where are you going to get 10 quid to throw away?
From the cash box. There'll be enough left by the time I've paid Fowler.
10, eh? Think I'll have to work up to that.
I had you panicking then, didn't I, eh?
Sacked a chambermaid today.
You did?
Well, not personally, no. The duty manager caught us stealing from a guest and was in two minds about what to do, so well, she asked for my advice.
And you told her?
Not directly, I advised her. She's trained to make decisions like that and paid for them. I don't know why she hesitated.
Yeah, but it's a big decision to make, though, isn't it? I mean, someone's future.
Yeah, well, I didn't do it without a twinge of guilt. But honest staff are important. Trust is high on my list of human qualities. Oh, thanks.
I was just going to make the tea.
I had a late lunch, thanks. What's up?
Nothing.
Nice try. Look, come on. When in doubt, tell the truth.
I think you'll be annoyed.
It's not my style.
When I was tidying up today, I found this box.
A box?
Well, my nose sort of got the better of me.
So?
And I had a look.
You had a look, and?
Oh, look, who's this girl in the picture, the one you've got your arms around?
Oh, you bothered?
Have I got reason to be?
I don't know.
Well, who is she then?
Her name's Chloe.
Oh, is this another ex you've forgotten to mention?
No. She's my daughter.
Your daughter?
Yeah. I've got a son, too.
You've got 2 kids and you never told me.
You never asked.
I wouldn't have thought I had to.
Most women would ask a divorcee if you had any kids.
Yeah, well, I'm not most women. I mean, what else are you hiding?
A couple of murders, 3 prison
Oh,
sentences.
don't be funny.
I'm not hiding anything.
We can't have secrets. I mean, 2 kids. I mean, how old are they?
Chloe's 19, Adam's 17.
Oh, and they live with your wife?
Hmm.
Why didn't you tell me?
It wasn't a conscious decision. I suppose it's one of those things that if it comes up in conversation, you talk about it. If it doesn't, you don't.
Tim, we can't have secrets.
It wasn't a secret.
Well, why was the picture hidden?
It wasn't hidden. It was in the cupboard.
Yeah, but most people would have pictures of their kids out in the open.
I'm not most people.
Oh, aren't you clever patronising me?
Oh, grow up, for goodness sake.
Hey, I might look a kid, but I'm not.
Well, you're not acting very maturely now.
Oh, getting snidey, are we? Look, I thought I knew you. I mean, the reason I moved in was because I thought I could trust you.
Trust? Oh, you want to talk about trust, do you? I thought I could trust you, and I come in and find you've been going through my personal things. And then assume that any woman in a photograph is an ex I've kept secret.
But we shouldn't have secrets.
We've all got secrets. I have, you have. We don't spill our lives out to someone in the space of a few months. I don't know about you, do I? What's in your past? Something I shouldn't know? I'm sure there are things you don't want me to know, and I accept that. But Look, we have to keep part of ourselves that's called me. And we have to respect that for each other.
But if you just have told me...
I know, I'm sorry. Would it have made any difference? No. Well, I don't have any dark secrets. No murders. No prison sentences.
What?
Bit peckish, yeah?
Just a snack before me tea.
Oh, my times have gone right down again, you know. Like, I reckon I'll be back to my best soon.
Your shoulders aren't big enough.
You what?
Those these Germans and Aussies, they've got big shoulders.
Yeah, well, I'm on steroids, aren't I?
And even so, you're still a midget.
Oh, go away. Everyone's a midget to you, being Pearl.
This is just sad, this. That's the
Why, what
word.
is it?
Oh, that's music my dad's given me for the Legion.
Oh, but it's like that you see when you're famous, innit?
Look at that. I mean, Johnny, don't be a hero. Ruby, don't take your love to town. I mean, what is this? He's got us doing all this proppy stuff as well. Blanket on the ground.
Yeah, well, everyone will be there, and I mean, I'll leave posters if you got stuck around.
Oh, yeah, will you put one in the common room for me?
Go away, I'm your agent.
Oh, go on, I'd do the same for you.
Oh, I get a new U-Chance, kid.
Yes, I would.
Look, I don't look soft going into school telling them all about your gig, and then they get there and you're playing all meffy stuff. Oh, Michael, it's gonna be a flop, I'm telling you.
Look, it's not going to be a flop. It's going to be mega. This is the first big step, and I'm putting everything into it.
Oh, yeah, until you get to your exams, and then you start flapping.
Well, that's where you're wrong, see. Because if everything's sound, which it will be, I might just put off Polly for a few years and go on the road with the band.
Oh, you're wacko.
I'm not wacko, I've just got ambition.
Yeah, and what are you gonna tell me, Mum and Dad?
Well, they don't know, do they?
They'll find out.
No, they won't, and you better not tell them.
Look, they'll find out.
Anyway, what if they do? It's my decision. I'll just tell them I'm not going to Polly. I'm just going on the road with the band.
You nearly frightened me to death.
Why? You got someone coming?
What do you mean?
Well, it's not as if you don't know who I am, is it? So, why should you jump?
I haven't got a clue what you're on about.
No, well, you wouldn't have, would you? Little Miss House Proud.
It's funny you should say that. I have been thinking myself as being really house proud. You know, getting rid of all the old rubbish.
What rubbish is that, then?
Oh, the sort of stuff you sometimes bring around your shoes off the street.
So he got a dog, has he?
So while I'm speaking of getting rid of dirt, when are you thinking of moving out?
I don't know. Have to check my file facts, see when I can fit it in.
Well, I hope it won't be too long.
Why?
Because I've got plans for that room that you're in.
What kind of plans?
Decorating.
Oh, decorating. Well, we could go up there now, if you like. You could check the ceiling. I know a good way of doing that.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Should never look a gift horse in the mouth.
Unless it's spitting venom.
I'm all out, baby.
You don't know the meaning of the word.
Well, I'll tell you what. You could teach me.
Someone should teach you some manners.
Like you.
Why don't you just get lost and leave us in peace?
Because you see that tree over there? The one that Terry planted for your son. Well, I want to see it grow. I want to see it grow about 10 feet tall with all little apples on it because I bet anything that you won't be here to see it with Terry.
You try so hard, don't you? You're so destructive. I'm doing my best, trying to build this family.
You're putting so much effort into building a family, aren't you? Yeah? And all you had to do was lie back and think of England to split it up. I reckon you're gonna make a mess of everything. Work, family, the lot.
Sorry, work fine and family are fine. I'm enjoying both, thanks.
But I'll tell you what. You know, if Terry's doctor discovers that he's still a Jaffa, you know, seedless, well, I'll step in. Kind of a surrogate father. Who knows? Might even enjoy it. Don't do that. On second thoughts, do it. Turns me on when you're angry. And don't start doing my head in about leaving here. I've got enough of my own problems at the moment. I'll leave when I'm good and ready. All right?
A pig with a piano-playing talent, extreme snowboarding, and an injured dog with an ingenious method of transport, all in life camera action, next on Living.
Tonight's the night, eh, son?
Yeah?
What's the matter? Belly tearing over, is it?
Nah, I'm just, thinking about things, you know.
Bobby Daddon, you're not doing that one, are you?
What?
Nothing. Bit before your time, really.
Dad, you know, if this went well tonight, what would you say if...
I'm really looking forward to this.
Bobby saying some.
Nothing. Charlie and Maria getting out the cab there, Dad.
We'll put the cap on now.
Hey, come on, time's getting on, son.
Yeah, I'll just go and get Margaret.
Hey, don't forget Maxie and Trish either. Listen, why don't you get changed? I'll put your stuff in a Moby.
What do you mean, get changed?
Well, put a shirt and tie on and a clean pair of kicks.
I'm going like this.
All right, son, big night tonight, eh? Oh, don't you feel sorry for him? First night on a real stage, you know. Come along.
She's always been big on poetry.
All right, Mike.
Hiya.
Big night, eh, son?
Yeah, all right, Charlie.
Uncle Charlie to you, please.
You better get sorted, lad. We'll have to get going soon.
I keep telling them to get changed.
Dad, and I've told you I'm going like this.
You can't go like that. What sort of a group is it?
It's a four-piece combo, actually, Charlie, and I want you out of that lot. Look, will you go and put a shirt and tie on?
He doesn't need a tie. I've got these.
Oh, they're nice, Charlie.
You only have to stick them on the front of the shirt.
Dad, no way. Look, I'm not wearing one of them. That's sad.
So what are you wearing then?
Told you what I've got on.
That's not stage gear.
You wear that kind of stuff all the time, don't you?
What's up?
He only reckons he's going dressed like that.
Should have had your outfits boxed off by now, lad. One of these, a white shirt and a purple mauvish jumpsuit.
Oh, Charlie.
And would the jumpsuit have flares?
Nah, you'd look too old-fashioned.
Don't be stupid. The whole lot would look old-fashioned. Kids don't dress like that these days.
And what would you know about it?
More than you'll ever know.
Come and see what Ron's got planned in the garden, Maria.
How's the group sounding now?
Ah, they're all right, you know, it's...
Not head-banging stuff, is
No,
it?
Charlie, no. I tell you what, I've heard a lot of them, you know, and it's,
Different.
Yeah. Tell you what, you like it, Charlie. I mean it. You will like it.
So it's their own stuff?
Yeah, the first half, you know, and then it's the dance spot in the second half. You know, the usual business.
Yeah, I just want to get the order right. I'm MC tonight.
Yeah? I thought, will he do it for us?
He's getting his hemorrhoids done tomorrow, so he's laying off the ale.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to lay off myself tonight. I'm driving.
I thought we were getting a cab.
Yeah, but I've got to take the lad's gear, you know. How Mike thought it'd be cool to go on the Moby, you know. Anyway, I've got some pies in the back.
You don't need pies. We got some yesterday.
Charlie, you got to be prepared, haven't you, mate? You never know. We could get a mad rush tonight. Anything could happen.
It just might if she doesn't stick her neck in.
Well, what's the trouble?
I don't know. Premenstrual tension, post-menstrual tension, menopause. I haven't got a clue. She's always on at me.
Just a phase, like?
I wouldn't know. She never stops. Yak, yak, yak.
It'll pass over.
It better add or she will.
Hey, that garden will look great when you've finished it.
What are you doing?
Dolly, he's putting in an ornamental fish pond.
Yeah, there's just a big hole there at the minute, Charlie.
It's nice.
How can a big hole in the garden look nice?
Easy, and it'll look a damn sight better with you in it, with your arms crossed and your eyes shut.
It's me. Hiya.
This you?
Yeah.
I had a final reminder from the solicitor. So I came up to get the money, you know, to get him off me back. And now this. Well?
I took the money.
Why? There was just enough money there to keep the wolf from the door.
I know that now.
What do you mean you know that now? We're up to our eyes in debt and trying to get ourselves clear. Oh, I see it now. That's why you backed off when I was going to give you the tenner to do the sit-ups. You knew then, didn't you? You knew there was no money there. So all that talk about a new future and trust was just a lot of crap.
Don't, Mick.
I was free. I was on top of the world. Why didn't you tell me? Instead of letting me go on about Fowler and all that.
Because.
What did you do with it?
Jimmy Corkill.
Oh, I knew it. All that whispering at the front door when Lou was here. I knew something was happening. I could tell. And I told you to leave that stuff alone.
Don't let me finish yet. He had some kids' clothes.
I don't believe it. It's knockoff, innit? Here's me on trial, trying to show what a decent member of the community I am, and you're getting knockoff gear from Jimmy Corkill.
It's fire damaged stock. I still need to air.
Send me the details. I don't want to know. And you spent every penny on the gear for that stall. You must be stupid.
Must I? Yeah? I'm so stupid that I was on the brink of being left to look after 2 kids on my own again. I'm so stupid that I would have had to find the rent for this place because we were so convinced that you were going to jail, so I would have been left on my own. And the only way out for me was to try and earn enough money to keep this family going while you did your time. So don't tell me I'm stupid. Yeah, I took that money because I had made a commitment to you and the kids. But if being stupid means using that money to make money rather than pay some spineless solicitor who wouldn't stand by you like I did and will do forever if you want me to, then yeah, I'm stupid.
I never trusted that Smith fellow when he was here. He was too smarmy. Never trust a fellow with a ponytail. I wasn't trusting him, was I? He was the go-between, and they're usually yes-men. Well, he give me and Ron Dicko a hard time. Oh, don't worry about it, Ted. Ron Dicko will be all right. How do you mean? Well, his sort usually are, aren't he? Anyway, look, I've got to get round there. Hey, do you want me to give you the hand in case there's any trouble? No, there'll only be a couple of the fitters and a couple of other lads there. Well, it could get out of hand, couldn't it? Once he knows you're not going to give him any money. Look, it will get out of hand if they see me with you. They'll think there's going to be trouble. I want to keep this clean. Well, why don't you use the footpath, then? How could a cycling tractor go down there with mud and dust all over him, mate?
You'll have to go round the back, lad. Is he a punk?
I don't know, Charles. I can't get a word out of him. I've seen more life in a Liberal Democrat.
Hey, the Moby needs a bit of work on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. I was hoping to sell it, you know, but...
But what?
Well, you know, I'm boxed off at one of them shops by us. Oh. Well, I went round the site the other day to see how things were going on, and the office is all boarded up.
So what now?
I don't know, Charles. Decidedly iffy. I mean, there's a lad who lives over the road from me, you know, Paddy Grant. Bit of a wide boy. I fixed up with some work down there. He was shop fitting and that, you know. Well, the thing was, he was due a stage payment this week. Of course, he goes down to pick it up. The place is deserted. Locked up, the lot, you know. So he's really knocked. He's running around trying to find this Smith. He's the front man for the developer, you know. See if he can get his money off and find out what's going on.
So where does that leave you?
I don't know, Charlie. Could go either way, you know. Mind you, I've still got that grand I got off Smith, remember? So, I mean, even if I don't get the shop, at least I got a few bob for being a pain in someone's backside, you know. All right, John, how's it going?
Terrible, thanks.
But you still want the shop, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't want to spend another winter in that move.
Building trade's knackered at the moment, though. Might take some time.
Don't remind me, Charlie. Hey, look, still, Charlie, I don't want to get morbid. Let's just hope the lads do well tonight, eh?
Should be good.
Yeah, it should be like when it fills up. Charlie Benson said we can use their PA system. See what it does on his dad's mates on the committee, eh?
So, what numbers are you doing?
I can't tell you, but we'll have you rocking in your chair.
Well, as long as I don't rock off to sleep.
Listen, lads, are you sure you don't want the organist to accompany you?
Nah, you're all right, thanks, Charlie.
All right. I think you're making a mistake, though.
Oh, go on, I would. It'd be good.
Yeah, but you're from Oldham, ain't you?
Eh? What's wrong with Oldham? Some good stuff comes from there.
Hello, Margaret.
Kieran, what are you doing here?
Come to see you.
Look, lads, I'm as sick as you are. I mean, Smith was supposed to meet me and pay me, and then I could have paid yous. Look, and I found him early next week. Just stay on the job a couple more days. Ah, come on. Hey, I'll give you an extra ton each. Another ton. Ah, come on, boys, I'll give you another ton each. Oh, I'm losing thousands on this, not just a few lousy quid.
I didn't ask you to come down and see me.
I told you in my letter I was coming.
I didn't read it.
Why not?
I ripped it up.
That's not very nice, is it?
I do what I want now.
Oh, growing up.
Well, at least I am doing.
That family you live with, what's his name? Mark?
Max.
Seems all right.
I shouldn't have told you I was here. What did you say to him?
Told him I was your boyfriend.
Kieran, you shouldn't have said that. What did he say?
Nothing. Just said you'd gone to see one of the Clampets. Is that the group?
Don't be stupid. Did you get the train down?
No, I'm staying in Kirby. It's only a few miles from where you live.
Working.
Yeah,
Doing what?
bit of this and that.
Can you do a bit of this and that somewhere else?
What are you behaving like this for?
Because you're getting on my nerves.
Look, I've come down to ask you if you go out with us again.
Kieran, I know you. And because I know you, I don't want you. Just get lost.
He's constricting me.
You doing what?
Oh, nothing really. It's just a feeling I get. Oh, he's doing me head in. He's getting on my nerves.
They always get on your nerves.
I know, but it's just that I feel... Oh, I mean, we don't have our girls' nights out anymore, do we? Well, we should get out more, you and I. I mean, otherwise it's just one worry after another.
There'll always be worries, Maria.
Yeah, but what's yours that your Ron keeps his house like a market stall on a windy day?
Oh, thanks very much.
Oh, you know what I mean. It's just that I want to spread me wings. I mean, I get up of a morning, right? I go and show someone how to chop their onions or whatever. I come home and chop my own onions. I clean this, I clean that. And all the time, he's sitting in the chair, snoring and belching and, well, you can guess what else. I need a change.
My bottle is gone completely.
What's up?
They're about to start. I can't go through with this tea.
Go through with what?
Oh, Liz, you know what I'm like.
Oh, go and get yourself a drink.
I can't. I'm driving.
Sit down. Come here.
I'm not going to be able to watch this.
Oh, behave yourself. What do you like? You're like a vegetarian in a butcher's shop.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, just a couple of announcements before the next act. The tickets for the Blackpool night out are on sale now. Thank you. And, oh, we've got a golden wedding couple in tonight. Jimmy and Rose Rowan. Right, now, we've got something a bit different for you tonight. Yes, it is a band. Thank you. And anyhow, the lads have come down here tonight. Oh, hold on, I nearly forgot. There's a green Sienna E824 DCW blocking the car park. Right. So now the lads have come down, and it is a charity do, and they're going to sing us a few songs. So we won't punish your ears for too long. Right. So once they're Mike. Once they're off, we'll get the bingo and the raffle done, and so here they are, the brave intention.
One, two, three, four. I know you're lonely and I know you're rich, but underneath it all you've got a super bitch. Got loads of money, you're stinking rich. You're not full of super bits. Come on, there's a band on it, for God's sake, isn't it?
Bless the little arms.
Josie? Come on, open up.
I don't want to talk.
Well, I do. We've got to talk.
Just go, Mick. Leave me alone.
Get away from the door, Josie.
Don't you come near me.
No, calm down.
We're no good for each other. Look at us. How many times have we been here?
Plenty. And there may be plenty more times. But we've got to stick together no matter how much it hurts. We've got to think about the children.
I wasn't thinking of the children. Who else do you think I was doing all this for?
Just calm down.
I told you I took that money, and yeah, I wanted to take it because you were so bloody pig-headed about pleading not guilty.
I wanted the kids to be proud of me, not think I'm some kind of criminal.
Oh, yeah. It's great to be proud and poor, innit? They'd have loved to walk the streets in rags.
I wouldn't have come to that.
Yeah, I know it wouldn't, because I would have made sure they were fed and clothed.
Oh, that's typical, isn't it, eh? Make it so it's not your fault. I get stitched up in court, and that's my fault. You didn't have to take the money anyway. You could have stitched up the DIY place.
And I hate that place as well.
You never bloody that anyway!
Right then, that's it. You work in that flaming place!
There's no use either of us apologizing. We're both right for our own reasons. Both trying to do the right thing.
It's me, Mick, every time.
If this market store business means so much to you, then do it. And I know it's hard, but just think about where the stuff's coming from. Do you want to do it, seriously? Well, then go for it, then. Look, Jose, I don't want to come the strong-arm stuff, but just do the job properly.
How can you lose the beat on a tune you wrote yourself?
It wasn't my fault. It was Bomber. He dropped a stick. And anyhow, you can't say anything. You weren't exactly Clapton.
Look, that was a string that went. It wasn't my fault. I got it. I don't know why we agreed to do this place anyway.
I know it's nothing.
They just didn't understand us.
Oh, what are we going to say at school? Everybody's going to find out.
Tell them nothing, all right. To think I was risking a place of Polly for all this.
We should have practiced more.
We should have practiced more. You should have practiced more, you mean.
Oh, yeah, go on, blame me again.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just trying to figure out what went wrong.
I reckon it was Bomber's fault.
Yeah, he's out and all. We'll get a new drummer.
New band, you mean?
Well, I'm not just giving up because of him.
All right, boys. Well, you didn't exactly set the place alight, did you?
Yeah, we had 2 more numbers to do as well.
Yeah, but we liked the bingo here, and there was a bottle of scotch in the raffles, so... Oh, anyhow, I know it was a charity night, but we do pay expenses. But you didn't have your own PA, did you? So after taking that out, 20 quid, there's a fiver between the 4 of you.
Thanks.
Nice try, lads, but bit of advice. Get yourself some smart suits and an organist. And I'm not kidding you, every British Legion in the country will want you.
Honest?
Well, believe me, I know this business. I'm just going to have a pint. Can I get you anything?
No, sir. Nah, I think we'll make the sacks. Dad, can you get the stuff home for me?
All right, boys. You having one wrong?
Get us another low alcohol, will you, Charlie? Well, that was,
different.
I thought you were doing great, you know, till you did Death at the Dock.
Nah, you were out of it, Mr. Dixon.
No, you weren't, Carl, not at all.
Dad, they hated us. If he would have had a couple of 10 hats and a siren going, he would have loved it. But Veeralin just isn't our style.
It's a hard game, you know, Mike. It's my fault, you know. I shouldn't have booked you, but I just thought you
no,
could...
No, Dad, we were crap. Let's face it, we were just crap, but we'll try again.
Charlie hasn't booked you again, has he?
No, I think he'd rather run his fingernails down a blackboard.
Oh. Well, what do you mean, like, start again?
Just a new band.
New band, then?
Yeah. Total reshuffle.
What do you mean, total?
Total.
Oh, so not just the drummer's fault, my fault and all?
Carl, you're not committed enough. I need more commitment. I mean, I practiced for hours, and you just turned up when you felt like.
I turned up when I could.
Well, it wasn't good enough. I mean, I put my A-levels and a place of Polly on the line here.
And I had my ma on my back, non-stop. Not like your ma didn't even know what you were doing.
Look, will you just leave them out of it, all right?
Oh, yeah, leave me out of it and all.
Yeah, that's the intention.
See you, mate.
Look, I'm not asking you to get engaged or nothing.
Good, I've dyed shave.
What's happened to you? It was never like this before.
I've told you, I've grown up.
Yeah, so have I.
Well, why can't you take no for an answer then?
I want to show you I've changed. I've been to see your mum and dad.
What?
I called in on them, that's how come I got your address.
What did you tell them about us?
Just said I was going to work outside Liverpool and that I'd call in.
Well, you've called.
Come on, let's try again.
Kieran, we finished because you were always putting too much pressure on me. Always wanting to go to bed with me.
So, what's wrong with that?
All right.
I like the music.
You're about the only one that did, then.
Are you going now?
Yeah, Carl's gone home. I'm just going to go to Chippy and get something to eat.
Oh, sorry, this is Kieran, an old friend from home.
All right.
Is it OK if I walk back with you?
Yeah, sure. I'll just wait outside. You know.
Thanks.
Are you safe with him?
Yes, safer than I'd be with you.
Oh, know him that well, do you?
He's a friend, a good friend, keeps his hands to himself.
Not a real Scouser, then?
Nice to know you're still reading the gutter press, Kieran.
I don't need newspapers to tell me about Scousers.
No, like most people with prejudices. If you don't know something, make it up.
Come on, sir. What are you doing? You're gonna be suing the baby.
Get in. Not until you tell me what's happened.
I've just been down the site, haven't I? Saw a couple of the fitters. They've only walked off the job, haven't they?
Well, where have you been?
I've been round a few boozers in town looking for Smith.
Oh, well, that's like looking for a needle in a haystack, isn't it?
Said he's done a runner. He owes me money and I need to find him. Come on, I want you to come to a couple of clubs with me.
Oh, I've just got in. I was going to go to bed.
Well, she won't know, will she? She think you've gone down for the bevy with your old fella.
Well, you're not going to find him anywhere in Liverpool, are you?
Well, I can't just sit here and have him laughing at me, can I?
Well, why don't you phone the head office or something?
I've been trying to get through all day. It's engaged all the time.
Well, I'm on earlies in the morning. I don't fancy going into town. I want to go in.
Oh, no stomach for it anymore, eh?
Just don't do anything daft, will you?
Oh, daft? If I don't get hold of him, Terry, I'm going to lose everything I have because of that maggot. I'll tell you what, if I do find him, he's got to wish he hadn't been born.
Life camera action next follows the officers of one police precinct as they wear heart monitors for the day to check their levels of stress.